Hi guys, today we're going to continue our discussion of comparative relational thinking. Remember, again, that's just a fancy term for algebra, okay? So we're going to use the same steps that we talked about in our first video. So these steps here: compare, relate, balance, and check work, okay? CRBC. Remember, you can use a funny mnemonic that you'd like to try to remember these. We said cats rarely bite children, so whatever you like, go ahead and use that, okay? So let's see how we're going to use this for subtraction now, okay? So let's write down our subtraction problem. 10 minus 6 equals 12 minus x, okay? So our first step is compare. So we typically put a little star above the number that's on the same side with our variable. Now, when we were doing addition problems, right, we could pretty much pick whichever one we wanted, the 10 or the 6, right? But here in subtraction, here is the first difference. In subtraction, our choice matters, okay? So they must line up. So notice this number goes with this because they are both in front of the minus sign, okay? And this goes with this because these numbers are both behind the minus sign or the subtraction sign, okay? So that means our 12 must be compared with the 10, okay? And this x, we're going to compare it with the 6. We'll see how these two match up, okay? So our 12 will be compared with the 6. So this is where our C comes in, right? We compare. Now we're going to relate the two. How does 10 relate to 12? Okay, what do we have to do to 12 to get that, to 10 to get that to 12? Well, we need to add 2, right? Because if we add 2 to 10, that gets us our 12. So our 12s are covered. Great, okay? So this is our R. This is how we related the two. Now, the third step is balance. Now, remember, in addition problems, right, balance meant if I added 2, I would have to subtract 2. So here's our second difference with subtraction problems. We actually are going to do the same operation on the same side of the equation, right? So if we add 2, we're going to do the same operation. Look at this. We're going to add 2. So this is our balance here, okay? Same operation. If I added 2, I'm going to add 2 when I'm doing subtraction problems, okay? So 6 plus 2 gets me what? 8. And so guess what? X is 8. X equals 8. Now what is our final thing? What do we have to do? We need to check our work, right? So our original problem says 10 minus 6 equals 12 minus x. What is x? We said it's 8. So 10 minus 6 is 4. Does that equal 12 minus 8, 4? Yes, it does. Great. So that is true. Okay, so x is 8. So let's write down our explanation statement. So x equals 8 because, why is x equal 8? Because what does our comparison statement say? 12, right, is 2 more than 10, right? We compared 12 and 10. So 12 is 2 more than 10. Therefore, x must be, okay, again, 2 more than 6. So remember, subtraction, we're doing the same operation, right? More and more, okay? When we're doing subtraction. Same operation on the same side of the equation. Okay, does that make sense? All right, well, let's do another problem. All right, let's erase this and let's try again. Okay, let's try this problem, something a little bit more complicated. Let's do 87 minus y equals 81 minus 67. Okay, first thing, what do? We compare, right? We start with the number on the side with the variable. Now remember, in subtraction, order matters, so 87 must be compared with the 81. Why? Because they're both in front of the subtraction sign, and this y will be compared with this one, okay? So 87 and 81, this is our comparison. Okay, now let's relate those two. How does 81 relate to 87? What do we need to do to 81 to get that to 87? right? We need to add 6 to that, right? 81 plus 6, that gets me the 87. Great. So now my 87s are covered. So again, that was relate. Okay, I related them. The third thing is balance. Remember, in subtraction, balance means we're going to do the same operation on the same side of the equation, okay? So if I added 6 over here, I'm going to add 6 here. So 67 plus 6 is 73. And so that means my y is 73, okay? But what do I need to do next? What is the next? Okay, this was balance. Next thing says check our work, right? Check the work. I need to write down the original problem. 87 minus y, what are we saying y is equal to? 73 equals 81 minus 67. Is this a true statement? Is this true? Let's see. 87 minus 73. 7 minus 3, that's 4. Okay, so this side is 14. Does that equal what is 81 minus 67? Okay, 11 minus 7, that's 4. 7 is 14. Yay, guess what? We're good. This is a true statement. So we did this correctly. So y equals 73. Okay, you ready for our explanation statement? So y equals 73. Why? Because, okay, where do we start? Comparison. 87 is 6 more than 81, right? Therefore, y must be what? 6 more than 67, okay? Remember, same operation, more than when we're doing subtraction, okay? So 6 more than 67, what is our answer? Y equals 73. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. Let's do one more. Last one here. So 73 minus 28 equals x minus 20. Where do we start? Compare, right? What are we going to compare? Here we go, right? Remember, order matters, our choice matters. So the 73, that's going to line up with the x, and this 28 is going to line up with our 20. Okay, so we need to compare the 20 with what? With our 28. Okay, so this is our compare. Relate. How does 28 relate to 20? What do we need to do to this 28 to get it to 20? Right? We need to what? Subtract 8. Right? If we subtract 8, yes, great. So our 20s are taken care of. Remember, with subtraction, balance, right? So this is relate. Balance means I'm going to do the same operation on the same side of the equation. This is my balance. So 73 minus 8, that gets me 65. So 65 is x. So x equals 65. Okay? What does the last thing say? Last thing says, check our work, check it. So let's write down our original problem. 73 minus 28. Does that equal x? What is x? We're saying x is 65 minus 20. Is that a true statement? Well, what is 73 minus 28? 6, carry the 1, right? 13 minus 8, that's 5. 6 minus 2, that's 4. Okay, so this side is 45. Does that equal this? What is 65 minus 20? 5 and 4. Yes, great. You got it right. Okay, that is a true statement. So x equals 65. Okay, let's write down our reasoning. So x equals 65 because why? Because 20, okay, what does our comparison statement say? 20 and 28. 20 is what? 8 less than 28. So x must be, right, subtraction, same thing, 8 less than 73. And 8 less than 73 is what? 65. Very good. And that's our answer, x equals 65. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this has been helpful. All right, we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.